Say what were some of your major features, bro? You ever been on a song with Boosie or
I got song with
any
Hurricane Chris. I've been on the album with Boosie and Webby. That's how that shit connected. You know what I'm saying? Even though they don't deal with each other, Lava House and Trill, I'm still on. They Lava House still has songs with Boosie and Webby, and I just be featured on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
who was Lava House? Lava House is where they came from.
No, Lava House is a label in Shreveport, right? But they was doing when Trill and them fell off, Boosie and them went and started doing songs with them.
Boosie badass. Lava House. Lava House. What up, Big Lou? What up, man? They go, man. Here we go again. Here we go, man. Funk Dog exclusive, baby. I just lost 3 million in a homicide.
Cause you know Boosie is on the Do the Ratchet song. So when the Ratchet got hot, Trill started back doing their thing. Boosie went back, and that was the confusion started at. People think the Ratchet song is for Boosie, but it's not.
Right.
But he's
That's
still
what I thought. Right.
but he's still doing the song and shows and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So but the song is for. We used to go to all the shows. I used to be with Lava House and Manigo going to the shows where Boosie performing the Ratchet. But the shit was so crazy. I went to one show with him. Boosie paid the DJ to mess Manigo verse up on a song. You heard me? See, that's the type of shit that Boosie be doing. Manigo like, fuck it, I'm gonna sing my verse on this song. But shit, when he get ready to sing his verse, the DJ start messing up shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That bit Boosie.
But Manigo, he could perform it himself too, though, right? He could
Yeah,
tune
that's
and
what I'm
perform that
saying.
song himself, right?
Yeah, he do. Like he been home a little while. He just came home from doing 15 years, and yeah, he been doing song singing his verse.
Welcome home, Manigo. Get that gold together. Last time I saw that stuck me some cigarettes on lockdown.
Whatever you want, I got it to him.
Straight up. Y'all say Colin 3, welcome home, Manigo. 1, 2, 3.
You say he did 15 years?
Yeah, he was in Angola. Yeah, he went to jail and
Damn.
he just got out from doing 15 years, and that's how everything got messed up too. He went to jail in what? 07? And he beat some life sentences and came home. He home now.
Mr. Manigo, Ratchet King, Ratchet Man. Got Post City jumping and doing the Ratchet thing.
The Ratchet song. What was your association with Do the Ratchet?
I ain't on the Ratchet song, but I'm in the Ratchet video and one of the New Orleans, the part of the Ratchet movement. You know what I'm saying?
That's a Baton Rouge song. So how did Baton Rouge and New Orleans come together like
Man,
that?
see, it's really Manigo's song. He out of Shreveport, aka Ratchet City. Shout out to Manigo. With the Ratchet movement, me and Shell was signed to Lava House Records. You know what I'm saying? I stayed, he left.
For those real quick, for those who don't know who Shell is, who you speaking of?
3 Deep, Watch My Shoes, Do It Baby Stick It, all that shit. But where you think he got that Do It Baby Stick It from? Do It Baby Stick It, the term bow, that from Baton Rouge say they made up. If you round a who been in the culture, if you round a who been in the culture in New Orleans all this time, and you in the studio with them, we from 2 different eras. I'm hearing them beats, we smoking, vibing out. I'm saying, Do It Baby Stick It from DJ Jimmy and all that shit. Bow from UNLV.
Oh, where they at, girl? Oh, where they at, girl? Oh, do it, baby, stick it, baby, do it, baby, stick it, baby, do it, baby, stick it, stick it, baby, do it.
You bought that shit to Baton Rouge.
Who you saying bring it out there?
Shell bought it out there because he was doing everything he could do. The shine, he was doing everything he could do to shine when he went out there. Because the producer who made the Ratchet beat, Funk Dog, shout out to Funk Dog, he was out there with Shell when Trill signed him. You know what I'm saying? So Do It Baby Stick It, that was one of their hit songs. Watch My Shoes, 3 Deep, all that shit. That was one of their hottest songs. Do It Baby Stick It and all that shit. And the term bow, Shell bought that shit to Baton Rouge. but he get it from over here, bro. I've been seeing Baton Rouge and New Orleans. I've been seeing that shit. The New Orleans and who influenced who. Baton Rouge not gonna say it, but they gotta give it up, bro. New Orleans, we have influenced Baton Rouge, man. You know what I'm saying? How y'all gonna say? Go listen to all them old songs with Boosie talking about he got starched down jabots. Where you think he get that from? Where you think he get that from? He get that from New Orleans, man. And it's like, you know, it be like, oh, y'all wear Timbs. Man, after Katrina, I was the only in them cities with Timbs on, Wayne. You know what I'm saying? But we influenced Baton Rouge, bro.
How you do that there, New Orleans, Baton Rouge? How you do that there? It's wicked when I kick it, wicked. You don't hear me though.
You was there when P and signed CeeLo, right?
Right, No Limit Studio was in Baton Rouge. He was in Baton Rouge. The studio was in Baton Rouge. One of the times, my uncle, Big Champ, you heard me, one of P and Big Buy's right-hand man, took me to the studio. I'm in there. I'm in the studio. Matter of fact, Moby Dick was in there. KLC was in there. C Murder was in there. P was in the office, right? C-Lo came in that bit like he just finished working on the house. Paint clothes on, you heard? I guess P must have told him, hey, you need to get here right now. I was in the studio when they first came, right before they signed Young Bleed and dropped How They Do They. I was in the studio. So how these people saying that we didn't influence them? Come on, man. And you know, back in the days, Pimp C was doing a lot. Pimp C and Bun B was doing. I heard a few people with similar stories to this. That's how you know we on the right track. Back in the days, Pimp C and Bun B was doing a lot of music with Cash Money. They was doing a lot of music with No Limit. They weren't running their record companies like them dudes run their record companies. That was motivation. So I feel like Pimp C, that's why he went snatch Boosie.
Yeah. They're working with Trill too.
Right.
Shit.
So that's why I feel like we influenced them to go get Boosie and shit. You know, he wanted somebody, you know, they was looking at Boosie probably like a BG or something. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna snatch this young. You feel me? I done been around some hard hitters. In Baton Rouge and Shreveport, right? And they even say that BG motivated them to do. You know how BG was rocking. Most of them niggas was on that, you know, doing them because of BG. So how we ain't motivate y'all, bruh? You know what I'm saying? If we ain't motivate y'all, they gotta come with some facts, bruh. You heard me? Before
do you feel there's anything from Baton Rouge to New Orleans where we were motivated by Baton Rouge?
That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I ain't gonna lie, you know, after Katrina, they you know, we leaned into the jig music a little, but we got tired of doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? We leaned into the jig. You know, that's how I made the 18-wheeler. That's how I made the 18-wheeler song, remix and all that shit. Cause leaning over into the jig music. And them was #1 songs. Like Baby, he broke the 18-wheeler song. That's one of the biggest DJs up there. So that's what I'm saying. We could leave out New Orleans and be superstars in Baton Rouge and Shreveport just because of that. But they ain't really influence us. Baton Rouge said they made up that term bow. Man, no, y'all didn't, man. That shit come from Eddie Bow, UNLV. You know what I'm saying? They even had a dance for it. Eddie Bow. They even had the song, the dance for it, man. So, but you know, these young dudes, they just saying what they say. They not really looking into the history. They just going off what they think they know. Look how
you know Big J, right?
Right.
He said Ben 10 getting shot probably saved his life. Can you feel that?
If that
nigga, like I tell you, he could have got hit in the neck, he could have got hit in the head. You know?
He said the drugs probably saved him, but I don't think he changed. In the hospital sipping shit, man. Them niggas, they trying to prove a point. Them niggas out there trying to prove a point, man. Like, what can I say? Them niggas out in BR were trying to prove a major point. They the hardest crash outs. That's why
Say, bro, how you know that? Where you get that from? That he sipping
shit,
while you in the
they
hospital?
showed him on the internet. They showed him on the internet a few days ago in the hospital. You showing he's sipping the shit
Mm.
in the hospital. You heard
Mhm.
me? So like them trying to show that they the biggest crash outs, man.